Did you know that the US has overthrown over 11 governments and orchestrated or sponsored coups in over 33 countries? According to the Washington Post, the United States has been the orchestrator of regime changes globally a staggering 72 times. In this video, we delve into the depths of these interventions, examining the rationale behind the US decision to overthrow governments. Let's begin with Hawaii. In January 1893, a brazen coalition of white business and plantation owners, aided by a US envoy, executed a coup d'etat, forcefully removing the Hawaiian monarch Queen Liliuokalani from her rightful position of power. This audacious move occurred 6 years after the Queen's own brother, King David Kalakaua, was coerced at gunpoint to sign away his authority in a new constitution, which effectively transferred power to the white elite. Following the coup, the instigators wasted no time in advocating for the annexation of Hawaii by the United States, a goal that was achieved in 1898. For the next 6 decades, Hawaii remained under American control as a territory until 1959, when it was finally admitted as the 50th state of the United States of America. Next in line is Haiti. On July 28, 1915, President Woodrow Wilson commanded 340 U.S. Marines to seize Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, igniting the invasion. Acting on the orders of the Secretary of the Navy, Rear Admiral Williams Banks Caperton, the invading forces' mission was clear: to protect the interests of both American and foreign entities. However, beneath the surface of this military operation lay Woodrow Wilson's determined ambition to reshape the Haitian Constitution. This document strongly barred foreign ownership of land, a hindrance to American economic dominance in the region. Wilson envisioned a new constitution that would cement American financial control, effectively leveraging Haiti's resources to advance U.S. interests. Let's continue with Cuba. In 1933, the United States threw its support behind military leader Fulgencio Batista's coup to topple the Cuban government. After a couple of years, Fidel Castro forcefully removed Batista from power, establishing the Western Hemisphere's first communist regime. In response, President John F. Kennedy authorized the ill-fated Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961, a brazen attempt to overthrow Castro's government. This failed coup spotlighted the emergence of a more covert interventionist approach, the CIA. Moving forward to Iran. With the establishment of the CIA in 1947, the United States adopted a more clandestine approach to manipulating foreign governments. President Eisenhower and Director of Central Intelligence Allen Dulles made it a priority to ensure plausible deniability for American actions. In 1953, the CIA masterminded the coup d'etat that ousted Iran's democratically elected Prime Minister, Mohammad Mossadegh, aiming to consolidate power with Iran's Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. Codenamed Operation Ajax, declassified CIA documents suggest the coup was framed as a measure to thwart potential Soviet aggression in Iran. However, Iranian-American historian Ervand Abrahamian contends that the true motive was to safeguard U.S. oil interests. Next on the roster is Guatemala. In 1954, the CIA orchestrated another coup of a democratically elected leader, Guatemalan President Jacobo Arbenz. The CIA coup, codenamed Operation PB Success, replaced the president with military dictator Carlos Castillo Armas in the name of stopping the spread of communism. However, the CIA's main motivation for ousting Arbenz was the fear that his land reforms would threaten the interests of the American-owned United Fruit Company, which owned 42% of the nation's land and paid no taxes. In 1960, after declaring independence from Belgium, the Republic of Congo elected Patrice Lumumba as its first prime minister. However, Lumumba's tenure was abruptly cut short when President Joseph Kasavubu, supported by a Belgian military intervention, swiftly ousted him from power. Sensing an opportunity, the CIA actively supported efforts to eliminate Lumumba, painting him as a communist threat akin to Castro. The CIA played a significant role in orchestrating Lumumba's capture in 1960 and subsequent assassination in 1961. This intervention sparked the Congo crisis, a turbulent period during which military leader Mobutu Sese Seko seized power and consolidated control over the country. In 1965, backed by the CIA, Mobutu established himself as a dictator, ruling with an iron fist until 1997. Continuing our examination of US-backed coups around the globe, we now shift our focus to South Vietnam. In 1971, the Pentagon Papers revealed that the CIA had provided funding and support for the 1963 coup against South Vietnam's president, Ngo Dinh Diem, ultimately resulting in his assassination. By 1963, the United States had deployed a significant number of troops to Vietnam to counter the communist regime led by President Ho Chi Minh in the north. Initially, the U.S. supported Diem due to his anti-communist stance. However, Diem's oppressive policies, particularly against Buddhists, led to discontent among the populace and doubts about his ability to effectively manage the war effort. The coup and Diem's subsequent assassination occurred in early November 1963, just weeks prior to President Kennedy's tragic assassination. Moving forward to Chile. In 1970, when socialist Salvador Allende was democratically elected as Chile's president, U.S. President Richard Nixon sought to prevent his assumption of office and orchestrated a coup shortly after. Following Nixon's directives, the CIA began aiding various Chilean factions, plotting to overthrow the newly elected socialist leader. In 1973, military leader Augusto Pinochet orchestrated a coup that ousted Allende, subsequently establishing his dictatorship the following year and ruling as Chile's president until 1990. In a revealing phone conversation between Nixon and National Security Advisor Henry Kissinger regarding Pinochet's coup, Kissinger expressed disappointment that the U.S. media wasn't celebrating the event, to which Nixon replied, "Our hand doesn't show on this one."